All right, in this video, I'm going to walk you through vendors in the CMS and everything to do with your directory and advertisements and profiles on your system, on your site. So on the side menu, you're going to go to this person here, and that is everything to do with your profiles and vendors in your site. We're going to go to profiles. In here, it pops up then all of your profiles. You can simply click on somebody to make any changes you need to. You also have some search options at the top as well to quickly help you find people. To add a new one, which is what I want to show you, you're simply going to click Add Profile or the plus sign. And the first step whenever you're adding a vendor into your system is to add their profile. So you want to add all their business info and data. And then the second step, once you have their business info in here, their profile set up, you can then create the directory listing or the portfolio. You're going to fill this in. It's very easy. So we're going to go test profile, testprofile.com. You would fill everything in here. We'll quickly set Canada, Alberta. And when you have everything, you go save. Oh, I've already created. In this case, if this happens, all you do is it's showing that you already have this person in the system. So you can simply click on them and it's going to pull up the data you already have in the system. Now, once you have them, if they weren't in the system, that box wouldn't pop up and you would just come right to this screen. So here we go. You can see I've added in the basics. Now if I want, I can add in more details. All their social media links, Instagram handles. I can see that I've created, now this will be the URL for this person. So it would be Love in the Rockies, in my case, loveintherockies.net/test profile here. So that's where you can grab the URL for this person. You can override this if you'd like as well. And then I have some descriptions set in my vendor, so I could add the description in here. And then, I can save, and I'll want to make sure that it's set to visible. One thing to remember is if someone is no longer advertising, you can simply turn them to hidden. That way you don't have to delete all of the data and all of the stats you have, and you can continue to track stats. So you're going to click Save once you have everything you need in there again. Update that. And then the second step is that you're going to add in whatever advertisement it is they have. So your menu, your deeper menu within is always at the top here, just like in blogging and everywhere else, and you'll see you have directory, the advertisements for banner ads or portfolios. If you want to go in, you can do multiple addresses and locations in here, and you've got all the details there. On the side, we also have some shortcuts for the most used things, as well as their stats, which obviously I just set them up so they're 0. But you can quickly do here for the directory listing, because that's usually the most popular. We go New Listing. And this is based on everything you have set up already, based on your locations and the categories you have set up. So we're going to go wedding photographer, we pretend they're a photographer. I'm going to select that they're in Canada, and I'm going to choose that they're in the mountains here. So this is based on how I have my data set up. It's a good idea with your directory to provide the cities and the regions and really break things out. It provides more accurate searching for people and a much better directory as a whole. If you do have free listings, all you need to do is click them off if they were a free listing here, and that's going to let the system know that it's going to use your different profile that you have set up for them. They need a start date, whether you're doing month to month, or you can click that off and have a start and end date. Either way, it's going to need a start date in the system, or it will give you an error message. I'm not going to go through billing right now, and then you'll want to make sure this is turned on. Oops, to visible. So we can save all that. And the last thing you can do is you can add that image that is going to be associated with them. So it will say, I'll have this image, and underneath it, it'll say the photographer's name. So we're going to go Edit Image. Just like blogging, you can drag and drop, or you can click, and it'll pull up your own computer menu. So we're just going to grab a quick image here for test purposes. All right. And you can see now we've got everything set up in the profile. So if I want to go back, I can use the back arrows, or I can go back here and just go to Overview. That's going to show me the overview of this person's account. Now I can see I have their directory listing set up. I have all their data that I want in here. Now if I want to add a portfolio of images in their profile, I can do that here. I'm just going to go New Portfolio, or you can use that drop-down menu at the top. And once again, you're just going to use the plus signs, and you're going to drop your images, or click and find some images. So we'll just put a couple test images in here. There we go. So we're going to say that's our portfolio. Most people are using 9 images. You can always have more or less depending on how things are set up, but you simply can add them in here. And at any time you can go in and add more as well. When it's done, you can close that. There's a few things in their portfolio that you can do as well. You'll notice a few options under here, and it's very similar to the blog, which you're probably familiar with, but if you need to delete anyone, it's delete. The 4 arrows allows you to change the order. The little circle arrows to rotate it if it was uploaded the wrong way. This is to download the images if you needed to download them out of the system for another reason. And the tags you won't really use in this portfolio, but the sources is here. Just like if you needed to add a source to this image, you could type that the photographer was so-and-so and put in all the details there. Similar to blogging. So if you need more info on that, you can watch the blogging one. So once you have their portfolio in, that's all set up, again, you can go back or you can use the menu and go overview. And now you can see that we have, once my computer catches up, we have their listing, we have the portfolio in. So, you know, this person is ready to go basically. I need to add a description and that kind of stuff, but they would be ready to go. And everything would be set up. There are a few other options I'll quickly go through with you. Overview again takes you to right where we are, everything. Directory is their directory listing. Advertisements is for banner ads. So if you click here, you can add a banner ad depending on how you have them set up. In my case, I have 2 banner ads set up, a horizontal and a square. So I could say I want to do a horizontal banner ad. Then you would put the URL that you want when they click on that banner ad where you want them to go. So typically it's going to go to their website homepage or maybe to a weddings page they have. You can specify where you want these banner ads to show up. So if you're a smaller or a regional blog, I often leave it for all. If you have a blog that maybe has 2 major cities and you only want the banner ads to show up for people who are logged in as San Francisco versus people logged in as Los Angeles, you can do that. Or you can set it if you have, you know, multiple countries. You have Australia, France, New Zealand. You have multiple countries. So you can drill down where these banner ads are shown using this, or you can leave it open so the banner ads are shown to all people. So the choice is yours. Same thing again, you'll need a start date, and you'll want to make sure it's turned on to visible. And the last thing is you simply upload the banner ad right here. So you would make your banner ad whatever dimensions it needs to be for your site, and then you would simply upload it right here. So whether that's 600 by 600, 600 by 240, or whatever ad size you have set up. That's how you can add your banner ads in. Portfolios will take us, we saw the portfolio section. Locations, this will allow you to add multiple addresses. If you have a jeweler maybe who's in multiple locations in your city, or a bridal shop, things like that, you can add then all the locations for those people under there. We're not going to go through users, but this is where you could help manage and set passwords for users so they can log in. I'm going to do that in another video. And your billing info. If you have reviews or comments on your profiles, you can come in here to manage, delete, edit, whatever needs to be. And then the last one, you can see features. So if you tag anyone in a blog post, this is where you would also see all the features. So you can quickly come in and be like, oh yeah, you were featured 5 times this year, and you can see the features and manage those in there. And the last one is stats. So a lot of this pulls up in the overview page, but I just wanted to let you know that you also have this drop-down menu to take you into everything as well. And you can go back to overview and you can see this person, and then when you're all done with that person, you can always go back to all profiles, and that takes you back to all of your profiles and advertisements you have. And that's the basics of setting up your vendors and advertisements and directory in the system. Thank you.